Find a way. Love will 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 find a way.
Love will find a way. That's right.
Love will find a way.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Buzz. That's right, The Buzz. Studio W Buzz. StudioWBuzz.com. Go to our website. Oh, please subscribe and leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you, okay? And now it's time for the Studio W Sports page right here on Studio W. And wow, got my main guys in them. Well, let's see, 2 out of the 3. I see Mill and Mark. Hey, guys. Mill.
Sir.
All right.
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
I'm doing good. Good. I see Mark there. His mic. Oh yeah. Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, what's going on, man?
Oh, just chilling out, brother. Just chilling out.
It's chilling out. Yeah, you were working hard today. I understand that you did some volunteer work.
Oh yeah, my church, Powerhouse Church of God in Christ. They through the end of May, they're giving out free boxes of food to the people in the community as they come by. We give them, give them what we can to help out. We had 2 tractor trailer loads of boxes of food today, so we was able to give out a lot, and it was pretty good.
I love that, man. That is pretty amazing. And I understand that you're representing Groove 5 Groove out there today too.
Yes, sir. I had to represent the LA Grad chapter. I really look forward to doing it. That's one of the things that I have a passion for. It's amazing being able to help people.
I love that too. As a matter of fact, I don't know when you had a chance to listen to that, man, but we had an amazing show earlier, just before this one, right? Groove Talk Radio, and I was so humbled and honored to showcase one of our brothers. That's Jamani Redway, and I'll tell you what, the work that he does is incredible to me. It's absolutely incredible. What am I speaking about? He has go to his website, myblackhistorycalendar.com. And this brother will give you facts on birthdays. Each day, he posts every day about famous Black Americans in our society and that have made an impact in our culture and cultures around the globe. It is one of the most magnificent things. I just absolutely love it, right? And so, man, we had so many different segments today. I mean, these are absolute gems. Today we were showcasing Coretta Scott King, Count Basie. I mean, and we're going back to so many. Man, it was just absolutely amazing. So,
William, I don't mean to cut. Something a lot of people don't know. When Coretta Scott King passed, she was actually in Mexico, and they prepared her body right here in Riverside. And then she was flown back to Atlanta.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Jamani covered some of that, and I was trying to pull that back up, man, but it was absolutely amazing. This brother has an amazing calendar, and it's something that I think that the way he breaks it down, it can be taught in any curriculum. I mean, from grade school to college. I mean, the information that he puts into his 4, 5, 6, 7 minute clips, it is absolutely amazing, folks. I mean, I'm just blown away each week. So today, that's what I showcase, and you will hear that throughout the year because I absolutely love it. Because guess what? Somebody is born every day, and it's amazing. And we have so many great Americans, great Black Americans that's been born every day that has just given a major contribution to society. Mill, I know that you had tuned in while that show was going on. Did you hear anything? Did you take anything away from that this segment that or the show that we broadcast just before this? Where's Mill?
He
Oh,
kind of
he's trying to get back in. He's trying to get back in. Okay, I guess we'll let the host back into the show.
I greatly appreciate that. How y'all doing? Oh yeah, I did catch the last bit of Groove Talk Radio earlier today, and man, it just brought back memories of when I caught the Master P, the one he did on Master P, and that was amazing because a lot of folks don't know this because we think about the music game, how ugly it was back then. You finally had a guy, not only was he African American, but he was setting folks up for success. Rather as other record labels and things of that nature, they try to take advantage of you. This man had you starting your own business when you were sounding with No Limit. He had, all of his artists already had houses and cars already paid for. They ain't have to spend no extra money to do that. They just had to focus on their business, focus on their music. So no matter what happened with them, they were straight. Not a whole lot of the record labels was doing that. Well, I don't think of any, but for Master P to come from where he was and to make it back and to give back to not only to his community, but give back to the world the way he did. Yeah, that's an amazing story on him. When I first heard him, I didn't even like him when I first heard Master P. But after learning his story and seeing how relentless he was in the game, because when No Limit hit, I mean, it was like no other label was putting out 30 artists in 3 months. That's what it seemed like, and he was just getting it all back and recycling it all back into his artists, and he had a nice little run where it was just made iconic music too.
That's right. This is right. And that's why I do what I do, because see, when you hear stories like this, guys, look at it a little bit deeper, right? Not only stories, but they are blueprints for success. Think about what the successful people did. And if you want to be successful, then, you might want to take some lessons from what they did, right? And I remember that because he didn't go for, let's see, he only went to, let's see, was it him that, no, there's somebody else. But he got like a $10,000 settlement for something. I forgot what happened. And he opened up a record store. And he started tracking what kind of music that was being played and things of that nature. And it was just amazing. So, man, I love that. Guys, so check out myblackhistorycalendar.com. And the reason why I like this, because see, a lot of people, Mill and Mark, their attention spans aren't that long. And if you got a history book in about 4 or 5 minutes, I'll take that any day of the week. Okay. And it's interesting, it's fascinating, folks. So you will hear more about that on Groove Talk Radio. And also, we've got so many great shows here on the radio. Tomorrow, we've got gospel. If you like gospel music, I kick it off at 10 a.m. It's a prelude to the gospel explosion at 11 a.m. on the West Coast. The times that I'm giving you on the West Coast, okay? You add it by 3 and you get the East Coast times, okay? 10 a.m. on the West, that's 1 o'clock on the East. And I kick off the gospel explosion. Then a sermon by Dr. Michael Andrew Owens at noon. And that's 3 o'clock on the East, okay? And at 3 p.m., the boomerang. That's when I exhale, I vent, I go off, I explode. And we talk about things that happened the previous week.
Oh, y'all cussing on the radio?
Huh?
Y'all cussing on the radio?
No cussing. No cussing. I just explode.
Hey, you just say you explode. I just want to know how far you going with.
Oh, no.
You cussing on the radio?
No cussing. No, these are family programs, right? The only time we might have to get a little R-rated is on Thursday nights when we have Q-Land Green and the Soul Saturday show. But no. We, as a matter of fact, we even
What?
choose the genres of
Now you
music
gotta
that
say
we play.
good. You gotta say good family.
Yeah,
Gotta say
okay.
good
Well,
family.
let's
Our
say
family
that.
gets our family gets kind of our family gets kind of rowdy. So you just say this family or things like that. Gotta be more specific.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Hey, speaking of family,
our
yeah,
family
yeah.
our family throw down over a chess match. I've never seen anything else like it. Chess
Yeah,
matches
I
gets brutal.
understand. Yeah,
So
that's right. You would think it'd be a card game, but these are chess matches. You're exactly right. Oh yeah, it gets ugly. It gets real ugly.
yeah,
But no, but seriously, on a serious note, we have a great family, and I want to give a special shout out to my daughter, my heart, Nikki B. Nikki B. Guys, look.
yes.
Oh my God, I love you, Nikki. Look, if you have seen her TikTok, look, this girl should be in Hollywood. Oh my God. The last one I posted, I think, what was that? And she was in the church. The mother, what was that, Scott? I forgot what it was.
I
Oh
can't
my
repeat
God.
that. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
Yeah. Nikki, love you, girl. But anyway, let's get back to the Studio W Sports page. Now, Mill, you know how we kick this thing off. You know how we kick it
Oh
off.
yes, with the sport.
The
We
sports
got
line
the
is the
sports
sports
line,
line.
ladies and gentlemen.
Let's do it.
Yes. Oh yeah. All right. Can we kick it off? Your sports line for today, May 1st. We in full swing of spring, y'all. May 1st, 2021. And it's gonna be a quick one. Just like UFC 261 last week.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Hey, Kamaru Usman, Nigerian, retain his feather title in the main event 1 minute into the second round. And then my girl Thug Rose Nama Eunice is the new UFC strawweight champion. And she kicked former champion John Whaley, kicked her head clean off shoulders. I seen it. It was a roundhouse. Girl went head first, kissed the floor. Well, and it was all referee waved off. It was all over. Girl woke up, didn't know what happened. Hey, you got your head kicked off and you lost your belt. Sorry for you, but Thug Rose is that girl. You know what I'm saying? New strawweight champion. And Valentina Shevchenko punished poor Jessica Andrade to retain her flyweight title. 3 championship fights, 3 knockouts. What more can you ask for out of a UFC event? Some well wishes I want to give out to Chris Weidman. Is also in the main event. I mean, on the main card. 17 seconds into the fight, breaks his leg against Uriah Hall, and oh my God, God on YouTube. And ladies and gentlemen, parental discretion should be advised. And also, Jimmy Crute also suffered a leg injury after a leg kick from Anthony Smith, but he made it all the way through the round. But the referee was looking at him in the corner and seeing how well he can land on that leg, and he just waved it off there. So unfortunate for him, he suffered some nerve damage as far as I know at this time. But that was just a tough break. But UFC 261, they got added other than those 2 unfortunate injuries because I don't want to see a fight end on an injury, but unfortunately that things like that happen. But hey, 5 fights and none of them made it to the third round. One made it halfway into the second, but none of them made it to the third round. All knockouts. You can't ask for one like that. And so into the NBA, in the NBA, LeBron, y'all, he is back from that high ankle sprain injury, but I think he fell to the Kings last night. LaMelo Ball is also coming back from his wrist injuries. So, hey, it's getting around that playoff time. Things are starting to heat up. Your standings right now in the NBA, hey, the Suns and the Jazz are tied for not only for the best record in the West, but for the best record in the league. Followed by Clippers, Nuggets, Lakers at the 5, Mavericks, Trailblazers, and Grizzlies. That's your top 8 in the West. Also note 9, 10, 11 Spurs, Warriors, Pelicans. You know they got that playing game. That's coming up. So they'll probably be vying to see who can sneak into the playoffs. In your East, you got the Brooklyn Nets and the 76ers, split only by a half a game, followed by the Bucks and Knicks are your top 4. The Knicks are the 4th best team in the East. Yes, I said it.
That's amazing.
It's hard. It's hard to believe, but yes, it is. And fathers, get this: the Atlanta Hawks are number 5. The Hawks and the Knicks are better than your Boston Celtics. What? Hawks and the Celtics are tied.
Wow.
5 and 6.
Wow.
Followed by the Heat and the Hornets. That is your 8. LaMelo Ball is back. So hey, y'all watch out for the Hornets. I think they might, if they get back in the full swing, they might make a run. But right now they worry about this playing game with the Pacers and the Wizards. That rounds out your top 10. So playoffs are coming up. We're gonna talk about them later. And baseball, all y'all need to know is my Yankees suck this season. I don't care about anything else. Ladies and gentlemen, we got in NFL. Oh my God! Shout out to Rev. I hope he comes on a little bit later so we can go over how much fun we had Thursday night.
Man,
ladies and gentlemen, if y'all was able to watch our NFL draft coverage, thank you so much for letting us spend the evening with y'all. Once again, it meant a whole lot to us. But we had so much fun with that covering the NFL draft. There's we're gonna talk about some disappointments. We're gonna talk about some triumphs. Hey, I think each team did really well as far as the first couple of rounds. But because I think they addressed some needs, but we're gonna talk about that later. But ladies and gentlemen, that is your sports line.
Love it, love it, love it. Oh man, O'Meal. Let me just share this with you guys. I wanted to be on and connect with the station while you guys were doing your draft. I was able to because I was broadcasting at the same time, so I couldn't do that, because we had another show going on, and I wanted to do that. So what I'm going to ask is that we download that to YouTube and put it on our YouTube channel. The few minutes rather, that I was able to tune in and I would come back and you guys were having a blast, man. I was having so much fun. I just couldn't participate and connect you guys, man. But that was outstanding. I want to talk about that a little bit more in a little bit. I want to go with that after this music break. Also, I want to talk about the NBA, the surprises. I keep talking to you guys about upsets, dark horses, who's coming around. And I heard you mention some names that sound foreign to me when it comes to postseason. You mentioned something about the Hornets, didn't you? You mentioned something about the Knicks. I mean,
I did. Yes, I did.
Are these new teams that's coming into the NBA? I haven't. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear about them when you try. They are not involved in postseason discussions most of the times, and you know it, man. Oh man, oh man. This is. Hey, look.
They're here to change the conversation.
And look here, this is gearing up to be a magnificent show, folks. I'm gonna kick it off. Hey, Mark. Hey, be ready when we come back. All right, this is gonna be hot. Yeah, Studio W. Sports page. Yeah, guys, gals. Keep it locked right here. Oh, TGIF. Oh, I'm going to rename that TGIS. Thank God it's Saturday. Oh, yeah, we're back. Studio W. Hey, we come to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, any and everywhere around the globe. The finest in broadcasting anywhere. Hey, tell your friends about it. Don't keep it a secret. StudioWBuzz.com. News, sports, entertainment, comedy, and a whole bunch of music. The baddest on the planet, the hottest station. Studio W Buzz, StudioWBuzz.com. All right, check out our Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook pages at Studio W Buzz. At Studio W Buzz. And we're back to the host, Mill Brown on the Buzz, baby. Hey, guys, what's going on? Man, there's so much to talk about. Wow. I'm getting some feedback. What's going on?
Oh, it can't be me. I don't think this is me this time.
All right, let's try that. All right. Yes. Okay, I'm getting. Oh. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a music break. And guys, log out and log back in. All right. Okay. All right. We're gonna do this live radio on Studio W, the Buzz. Oh man, that is too good. That is real good. Waiting for Mark to come back in. Yeah, we are back. The Studio W Sports page. Hey, Mill.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, man. Anyway, we're waiting for Mark. Oh, Mark right there. Okay, let's see what's going on. All right, Mark.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's much better. Man, hey, look, I got excited before that music break, man, because Mill broke down a whole bunch of stuff, man. I don't know. That's right. You guys were on that broadcast with the let's talk about that a little bit and then go to the NBA if that's okay with you guys. Because you guys will have a whole bunch of fun. I saw you and Rev and Mill. Oh man. Hey, break it down to the audience. What was going on? That was Thursday night, I believe.
Yes, it was. And we was just on it and just kicking it back just like we was. It was almost a sports page app. It was like another episode of the sports page. We just covered the NFL draft, and the commentary and each player, each and have my out draft, and Rev had his mock draft, and we went over those. It went down to 15 because I figure anything after the New England Patriots is going to go to the left after that. I also predict that there will be at least 2 trades before that 15th pick, and it was actually 3. So I hit a home run with that one, and also some of the picks I think I did pretty well out the top. I think I got like 5 or 6 of them right out of the top 15. I do give credit. Rev he won like I think he probably got the itis for all those steak dinners that he won doing side bets and on draft night. I wish he was here to break down with it the best that he won. And us big guys, we don't gamble for money, we gamble for food. And I don't know why I would never bet Rev another steak dinner as long as I live. I'm tired of losing to him, but apparently some other guys haven't. And one of the bets he won, he had Trey Lance at number 3 for the San Francisco 49ers. He got Trey Lance, quarterback from North Dakota State. I thought right there that was a pick that Mac Jones, who ended up going to New England. I sipped the Kool-Aid. I thought that Kyle Shanahan took a liking to Mac Jones, and that would have been it. But it was the right pick for San Francisco. They needed a quarterback that they can lead this team on, because obviously Jimmy Garoppolo is not the answer. They got a Colin Kaepernick-like quarterback. As some people often say, he's mobile, he got a strong arm, strong upper body. Hey, if it wasn't for Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence going 2-1 perspective, because those two are no-brainers. Trey Lance sometimes was probably one of the best quarterbacks in his class. But move right along. I had number 4 right. Atlanta Falcons going with Kyle Pitts. The dynamic. He's pretty much a big, strong wide receiver and arguably the best player in this draft. So you got Matt Ryan, another weapon to play with. Let's see what they can do with those. The Bengals got Jamar Chase with LSU. He sat out last year due to COVID concerns, but he was still the first wide receiver off the board. And it was rumors that Joe Burrow wanted Jamar Chase. So this is a match made in heaven. Because they used to be teammates in LSU. So he gets a familiar face, a guy that he knows. They already know each other, so they get to know the playbook and each other. Hey, that's going to be a dangerous combination in the AFC North. I mean, those two, they might have a chance to turn some heads in recent half. That's a tough division for them to be in, but the Bengals have just got a little bit more exciting. And speaking of exciting, the Miami Dolphins pick up Jalen Waddle, wide receiver from Alabama, traded they had from us. Hey, can't go wrong with that. Moving on with the Detroit Lions, they picked up Penei Sewell, offensive tackle from Oregon. I thought he was going to go to the Bengals at first, but that kind of messed up my draft. That kind of messed up my my mock draft right there. But my mock draft was destroyed with this next pick, with J.C. Horn going from South Carolina, going to the Carolina Panthers. J.C. Horn, I thought the guy going, Patrick Surtain, was the best cornerback in the draft. So J.C. Horn being the first cornerback off the board was kind of shocking to me. But the Panthers did need a cornerback, so I can't say that was a bad pick for him. But we'll see how that goes. Denver Broncos got Patrick Surtain with the very next pick. Man, he's gonna have. That was a good pick. That was a good pick for him. they're pretty much okay with the quarterback situation with Teddy Bridgewater being there. He's getting up on the offensive side. That defense was horrible, and you got against Kennedy. You got to go against the Chargers twice a year, and you got to go against the Raiders twice a year. So yeah, you're going to need some strong quarterback. And the shocking trade of the night goes to he actually traded with the Dallas Cowboys. Can y'all believe that? I could not. I thought it was a dream. I thought they was playing tricks on us because you never see two teams trade within their division, especially these two teams. But they did it, and they picked. And we got the Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith. Hey, I'm all for it. I wish we would have drafted a linebacker, but we went with the best with the best wide receiver still on the board, Jalen Hurts. They were former teammates at Alabama. So hey, good things gonna happen off this pick. So the Chicago Bears traded with the Giants. They traded up for the New York Giants to pick Justin Fields, quarterback from Ohio State. Great pickup for the Bears because if any team needs a back is the Chicago. Chicago have never had a good quarterback.
I think
Justin
you're right
Fields
about that.
Stands a chance of making all. And for Matt Nagy's sake, he better because the GM and the head coach, their job is on the line with this pick. If Justin Fields does not pan out, they don't see progress. Matt Nagy might be out there. So it's hard work. Hope all that works out for him. The Dallas Cowboys went to number 12, and they picked up the guy I wanted. I wanted Michael Parsons out of Penn State, arguably the best linebacker in this draft. But the Dallas Cowboys did need them. I knew they was going to target them, especially since early last week that Sean Lee announced his retirement. Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch are good and healthy. This is on. So Michael Parsons was an pickup.
Okay. Hey, Mill, you having a little internet connection problem there.
Picked up Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle of Northwestern. Yes.
Okay. No, you having a little internet problems there. My goodness. And hey, Mark.
I'm right here.
Okay. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to a music break. We're going to come back. Bill will get his situation together there, and we'll be right back here on the sports page. Mill, you dropped a whole bunch of dimes. We got to clear that up, man, because there's so much that you said, and we I don't want to miss it. We don't want to miss it. This is the Studio W Sports page. And we are back. The Studio W Sports page right here on the Buzz. Hey, Mill.
Yes, sir.
All right, sound a lot better. Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
All right. I want you to chime in on that draft that you guys were having so much fun, man. I want your takeaways, your highlights, expound on anything that Mill said. Take it away.
Well, the draft, to me, to be honest, I think too much is put into it. I mean, they take 4 months to go through all this. Where with the NBA, when the season's over, with their draft, it's about what, 2 or 3 weeks later. I just think there's too much. I've always thought it's been too fabricated. You know, you get a kid, they all of a sudden, he was great in college. Then they said, well, he has hiccups when he's in the huddle, so that he's going to drop to the fourth. I mean, they come up with stuff to basically, it's just too analyzed. The thing that I did look at, I don't know how Mill feels about it, but being from Ohio, I was not a Justin Fields fan. I'll tell, and I've brung it up before. I don't think Ohio State quarterbacks do that great in the NFL. But he got set up to get destroyed because he gets drafted by the Chicago Bears. I'm still trying to figure out who he's going to throw the ball to. He's going to be running for his life. And he's almost in a position where he got to be the starter from day one. Looking at it, I was surprised with Joe Horn's son. I thought Patrick Surtain would have been in there. The one that surprised me the most, and I think I told Mill and Rev, was Waddle out of Alabama. With the ankle injury he had, I understand. I liked him last year. I mean, last season, not this past. I said, man, this kid is tough. But with the type of injury he had, I wonder what are going to be the long-term effects on this. How's he going to come out? Quarterback-wise, I wasn't shocked with the kid that went to San Francisco. I actually, when Milnes was winning, I said that's who I thought was going to go, and with that third pick. It's just that they build so much up into this draft, and by the time the draft gets here, it's a lot. And I remember I told Milne, I remember one time, I'm glad they shortened the picks, because I remember it used to be one time, one of my best friends and I set up and said, we're going to watch the draft. He brought over some Heineken. We set up to watch the draft. I mean, we drank that 12-pack of Heineken, fell asleep, woke up, they were still on the third pick. And I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm like,
first. Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
I mean, that was 3 hours. No, I'm saying it took 3 hours to get to the third pick. I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. But again, some of the things that surprised me, I thought Baltimore, I heard their name was in the discussion, Julio Jones. I was wondering if they were going to make a move with that. I thought that maybe Tennessee, well, I'll tell you what surprised me. I don't know if they went yet, Mill. The two running backs out of North Carolina who raised pure hell all last season, as I saw yesterday, they still hadn't been picked. So there were some surprises. I thought they reached for an offensive lineman out of Alabama that they said could have probably been there in the second round. I forget what team drafted him. But outside of that, nothing really shocked me. I'm waiting now because Green Bay is in a predicament where they got to move Aaron Rodgers. So I'm trying to see what are they going to do to make this happen. Because Aaron Rodgers has already stated, I don't want to go back there. Now, I don't know if he'll get the Deshaun Watson treatment when Deshaun Watson said he wanted out of Houston, and all of a sudden 500 women come out saying he done stuff wrong. Before that, he was the golden child of Houston. And, I really believe he got set up, but that's for another day. So Green Bay has to deal with moving Aaron Rodgers. So I wonder if they was drafting for, another team. I'm trying to see what's going to materialize out of that, because in my opinion, he will not be in Green Bay start of the season.
Mark, let me ask you a question. And has Watson been charged with anything?
No, but let me ask you this, and this has just always been my theory to this. Nobody had nothing to say about this kid. He was great. I remember he gave his game check to the workers who cooked their meals and all that stuff, when the hurricane hit. All of a sudden, they trade away all his best players. It's almost like they set him up. They signed away, they trade away DeAndre Hopkins. Will Fuller's leaving. I mean, he has nothing to work with. He says, I want out of here. This organization don't know what they're doing. The only mistake, which it wasn't a mistake, I understood what he did, he signed that extension. All of a sudden, he starts raising hell about it, starts giving us dislike for what's going on in Houston, why he don't want to be there. Then all of a sudden, all these masseuses start coming out of the woodworks.
Interesting.
And it's amazing because I feel this. I really believe the team set him up. They say, well, okay, well, you're going to leave. We're going to set it up to where I guarantee you don't go nowhere. We're going to ruin you to the point to where you're going to wish you never. You wish you never did what you never said what you said.
Well, you know what? And as a matter of fact, I'm not thinking or suggesting that you're too far off, Mark, because we know that you take states like Texas, and I hate to bring politics into it. Texas, Florida, and these places, these red states right here, they will punish you if you go against the system, if you go against the norm. Oh, no, you're going to divorce me? Oh, no, bro.
Here's the problem. And I'm going to be honest with you. Here's the problem. What a lot of these athletes don't realize is that you're working for the NFL, which I've always said, and Jerry Glanville says, not for long. when you go against them. And
Man.
what they tend to forget is when they pay you that 20 million, 25 million a year, that ain't no money for these owners that get all the money they got. You work for them. They control you.
That's right.
You know, when you sitting up here thinking I'm getting 25 million a year, they get that just off the beer money. They ain't
Look,
worried about you. But you start going against the grain, you start messing with their bottom line, you will not be there very long.
it's
I mean,
amazing.
Antonio Brown basically had to crawl back begging to get in the league. Colin Kaepernick will not ever touch the field again. When you start messing with their bottom line, you will pay the price.
How old is Colin? How old is he?
He's probably what, 33 now, maybe. He's you know
Yeah,
what?
he's
It's a
still
shame.
young. He's
It's
still
a
young.
shame.
If you think about it, and probably
Well,
completely healthy, there's no reason for him not to be in the NFL
well,
right now if he wants
he
to
went
play.
against the grain. He went against their bottom line. He hurt their money. They said, we're gonna pay you this money. You get up on out of here. You ain't coming back.
Well, see, this again, a Mill and Mark, what I've been saying all along, the players do not realize their power. If you sit down all of the elite athletes in football or baseball or basketball, guess what?
But let
These
me ask you a
guys
question.
have no product. They have no product, and nobody's going to buy it.
But here's the
This is the
problem.
thing about it is, it's like that elephant and the string concept.
But let me ask you a question, William. You remember this probably better than me. When the players went on strike back in, when was it, 1982, and they had to bring in replacement players, did they lose any attendance? No.
Oh,
So
they lost me.
yeah, but I'm saying
I'm sure. I'm in that sense. I'm a minority. I understand that.
and people.
But that was the ugliest crap.
Yeah,
That was
hey,
the ugliest season that I've ever witnessed in my life.
It was horrible. But I guess what I'm saying, these players got to realize something. And I hate to even say this like this, but I have to. Hey man, when you come from little money and they big money, they
Yeah.
get that big money back from you real quick because they know your habits, they know the things that you do, and they know how quick you probably burning through your money. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them.
Man, look, they know. No,
And
you own something, Mark.
hey, and with
They
Deshaun Watson,
already know because the system is set up that way.
and with Deshaun Watson, trust me, and Mill, you know this, he's the only draw they had with the Texans, the only draw. So when this cat decides, hey, I want out of here, what? Now hold up, now you starting to affect my bottom line, young man. I just gave you $20-30 million.
Right.
I'll show you how quick we can get this back because you know what's going to end up happening. You know what's going to happen to him, William. You know what's going to. It's a shame, but you know what's going to happen.
Oh.
He's going to probably go on the commissioner's exempt list. He'll probably get paid. He'll get paid. Then what's going to happen? It depends on how this stuff pans out. If he's able to come back and play, the team will turn around and say, hey, you know what? Just like they did Michael Vick. No, we want our money back.
Okay, but let's do this. What exactly is he accused of?
Well, they're saying
that
he's sexual misconduct with masseuses, going to massage parlors. Now, I am going to say this.
Come on now. Are you serious?
Yeah, now here's the thing. William, hold on, William. I want you to think about something.
Go on, Mark, because I got something to say behind this. Okay,
now,
go.
Whole thing. Person invests $30-40 million into you. You're their product. Trust me, they got people watching you. He had a thing where I will say this, and I've been wondering this myself. I understand that NFL players will hire masseuses and stuff like that. Their muscles sore. They got to get work kinked up. But man, I don't need 25 of them. I mean, he had a thing for going to these places. I guess. I don't know. I was not there. I can only guess or speculate in my mind. Hey,
this is bull.
They had no problem with this cat until he decided he wanted to leave.
Yeah, but okay. Now, let me just share something with you. And this is, if it wasn't so serious, it would be comical. But but it is comical on one end. A massage parlor, folks. Massage parlor is just a cover for sex parlor in a lot of cases.
Well, it's legal. It's a legal prostitution place.
Okay,
let's put it
so
where it is.
women, hold it. Okay, all right. Now, if he didn't slap anybody around, if he didn't beat up on anyone, because he knew what he was going there for, they knew what he was going there for. That's what they are there for. That's what they get paid for. This is bull crap.
Well, here's my thing.
No, hear me out.
I agree with you.
This is bull crap, because I thought when the story first broke, I thought it was a date. Maybe he abused a woman or something like that. But this is a massage parlor. That's why he hasn't been charged. That's why the NFL hasn't done anything except for to put it out there like that. There's a tarnish and a stain on his reputation.
Well, you know what? The thing that's sad is that it's going to be there for the rest. He's staying for the rest of his career. Even if they come out and say, "Well, he didn't do nothing wrong," you already done done the damage to this boy.
You're already right.
And when I want you to take over. Here's my thing with this. The only question I have, and I hope you can agree with me with this. When you make the type of money these young men get, y'all got to be smart. Don't put yourself in no position to where this kind of stuff can happen. I mean, nice looking young man worth millions. Hell, get him to come to your place. I mean, something. Come on. I mean, we've got to, these young men got to think.
You're exactly right about that too, Mark. There's no question about it. With that kind of money, there's no way in the world that I would go to a place like that. Okay? And no. As a matter of fact, if they came to my crib, it's gonna be a screen. Okay, look, now, if he's already in a personal relationship, that's a whole different deal. Then, hey, perhaps he was wrong.
He does have a girlfriend or fiance or something. So, he probably buying diamonds every day trying to patch this up.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's Mill. He's trying to get back in. I'm sorry. Hey, Mill, I'm sorry, man, but oh my God. I know you heard most of that, if not all of that. But the thing about what I was saying is he goes to a massage parlor, AKA sex parlor. We know what these places are. Some of these places are. Now, there may be some massage parlors that you go to and it's strictly legit and strictly massages. Okay, clean. And I'm going to give you guys that. There are some places out there like that. But a lot of these places are, you got 25, 30 beautiful women there. Come on now. And those types of parlors, they are massages aren't the only thing that these guys are looking for.
If that's what you're down there to do, go to the Mustang Ranch. That way, you know what? Everybody know what's happening. Ain't no problem. I mean,
and they'll tell you up front.
I mean, the only thing that I question with him on this, I'm like, okay, you mean 25? I'm like, you don't need that. That's massages.
Dude, that's stupid.
I mean, at some point, Mill, you are.
Hey, Mill. Does it say that there were 25 in the same room, or
No. This is different. These are 25 different women coming out against him. And here's the thing with this.
This is bull. Scott, I'm sorry. Excuse me. This is a family show. That's baloney. That's 25.
Here's the problem. But here's the problem with this.
No, there's a big problem with that. 25. Now, hold on. You can't get hold on. Unless it has something to do with money, you can't get 25 people to agree on anything.
Well, no. Let's go back to something. And this is just how I hate to say it. This is what happens. One person, African American, made a joke about Bill Cosby, and it turned out to be he in prison behind it. Because you had one person to come out and say, "Oh yeah, he did this to me." Then all of a sudden, once everybody thinking they can get onto the lawsuit chain, here we come.
And I'm telling you,
hey, you might have a girl from 4th grade that said he touched my butt when we was in line at the cafeteria. I mean, now everybody's coming for you.
yeah,
And it's one of those things where this is just me. If
man.
you got a thing where you got a reputation to go into strip bars, say you're in Atlanta and they said, man, he at this place all the time. I would think that at some point he would have to think, well, man, if I'm going to all these massage parlors, everybody in Houston gonna know who I am. I better figure something out different.
You know, as a matter of fact, let me tell you something. You can hire a masseuse to come to your house.
Well, they said that's the part that I don't understand.
Yeah, you don't need. Yeah, I don't understand it either.
Now,
Okay.
the women don't want their names put out there, but they want.
Oh no.
Your name's gonna be out here.
See, this is the
me.
problem. This is the problem. You're not going to tell me that he assaulted 25 women.
William, I doubt if he even touched one in that manner. Trust me. Anything that went down,
I believe. You know what?
Currency changed hands. So, in my opinion, everything was consensual.
That's exactly right.
You're not going to have me to believe this.
I'm not going to believe it either because
the team got pissed at him because he won, so they got to ruin him.
Let's say he went there, he did nothing wrong. Okay, all right. No, okay, that's on one side, and let's say he went there and he was sexually involved with these women, and
I believe he was when it came to that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe he did. Okay. That's what that business is all about. So if that's what that business is all about, how you gonna claim sexual harassment?
Because here's the problem. Once they got one person to come out and say it, yeah, I did a massage. We hooked up. Everybody coming.
All right. You know what?
No.
I'm the first person. I am number one against abuse of anyone, especially when it comes to women, especially when it comes to children and adults. I'm your number one advocate for that. Okay, but see, this is the thing about it is, if it's right, hey, throw them under the jail. But you have so many people, like you said, Mark, that come out with these allegations that destroy somebody's life, their career, because they want to get a paycheck. Come on, man. No, I'm not going for that.
Oh, guess what? Okay. Just to save face, he's gonna probably have to pay them all off something.
Maybe not.
No, yeah, he is. He got to get this to go away.
Well, then women, hold it. I don't agree with that part. No. If he didn't do this, I wouldn't pay him a dime.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes it's better off. Perfect in point. Kobe. Now, Kobe ain't lied. He messed with that girl. He ain't raped her. But he said, you know what? To get her the hell out of my hair, here you go. I got to save my marriage and everything else going on right now. Just take this and go. 2 weeks later, she had some kind of rehab place, got caught sleeping with a dude in the bathroom or the fitness room, wherever it was. So that her credibility, the lawyer said, look, we don't even want to go to court no more. Let's go. Let's please.
Right. But see, and even with the DNA in her underwear, it said she had slept with somebody else.
She got that little couple $100,000 in, and Kobe said, look.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll give you your appearance fee money. Just leave.
Well, a good thing with Kobe, because the limit in Colorado was $750,000 you can get on a case like that. Anyway, I don't know if she got that much or not.
Well, I don't think he probably did. He bought his wife. I'll never forget that. He bought her that $3 million ring. That next day, he got.
I remember that. That was a blue diamond, I believe.
I don't know what it was, but he paid.
Yeah, he did big time. But then they ended up breaking up, and then didn't she hang out with what's that fool that got knocked out by Floyd Mayweather?
Victor Ortiz.
Yeah, okay, that's a whole different story. We don't get off on that. But these allegations there, Mill, I don't know what's your take on that. If I know that I'm right, I'm not going to pay these women off. That's now the difference between Kobe Bryant and Watson. What we're talking about, that was one versus 25 women. I'm going to pay 25 women. What? And I know I didn't do it. I know I'm not doing this.
Well, you know what? Sometimes they say, "Hey, let's just take this. Let's get out of here. Just please
I
take this."
ain't getting out of nowhere. That's my take. Mark,
Okay,
I
okay,
understand. I respect your opinion.
I got two takes on this. Number one, like me and my dad always agreed. We've always said we don't feel sorry for millionaires. That's number one. We don't. I don't
Boy,
feel sorry for one bit. And part 1A of that is this is what you get for sleeping with your employees. What business do you know where there's a scandal where the boss sleeps with his work with his employees? It don't burn up in flames. Okay, I don't care if you paid for it, didn't pay for it, consensual, not consensual. You pay. This is the karma that comes your way when you sleep with your employees or you
I ain't seen no.
sleep
I ain't
with
seen
your
nobody succeed
employers.
yet.
And number three, and this is my second take on it, and this has been a take I've had since the get go. Until there's a criminal investigation against this man, until Houston slaps some handcuffs on the Watson and book him and fingerprint him and things of that nature. Until I see a mug shot of him behind all this, y'all can miss me with. I can care less what's going on because all this is some BS until I see a criminal investigation. You talking about you and these you assaulted these 20 some odd women, and now one of them went to the police. Okay, whatever, y'all can have it.
Yeah, but you got it. Now, what you said. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I should have muted my microphone. 25 women. Nobody went to police. Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, but hey, but here's like I said, I'm with Mill. See, that would happen when you dip into the cookie jar. I have not ever seen nobody have success with messing with their employees yet. I haven't seen no success. And see, there was always saying, William, you all know this one growing up. I don't take a crap where I gotta sleep. And I'm serious with that one. I'm not. There's no way. Because eventually somebody's gonna get mad at you. You gave her $12 more than this way. I mean, something's gonna happen. So the best way to deal with that is you don't get involved in it. I mean, I don't know.
Absolutely.
Or go over to Italy and go. Hey, go to Italy for a month or the Virgin Islands. I mean, something. Don't do it here.
Or bring your girlfriend to you. Okay.
Well, he had a fiance. That's the problem, no.
You got a fiance, and you still need 20 some hours. So something's wrong with that equation to begin with.
Hey, Mill, I told your dad, and we got to debating on this. If I understand they do have masseuses, they do. I hear a lot of NFL players get them for their, all I need to do is hire one. I mean, why I got to go to 20 different people? I mean, if we ain't got it right by the second or third, maybe I just don't need to be going.
Exactly.
That's my opinion.
Is that 22, 25? No. Y'all can have that.
Well, and I tell you something. And let's put it like this. And I don't know whether this is true or not, but there are people that have sexual addictions. And that means that one is not enough. Sometimes two is not enough. Three is not enough. Then I'm still watching porn or whatever it is. I'm not saying that he's accused of any of those things, right? But if you have a beautiful fiance, then I think that it might be time to spend time with her.
Well, you got to remember something. He's probably the most popular athlete in the city of Houston.
You spend time with your girl, and I don't know why isn't she not enough? And it goes back to several years ago. And it's not about that she's not enough. Sometimes as a male and or probably a female, it's not them, it's us. We need more affirmations. Now, you would think you're the most popular quarterback, or if not one of the most popular quarterbacks, if not the most popular quarterback in the league. I mean, and you got fans all over the world, and you've got enough people to lift you up. I mean, so, but then you have to have that internally. And some of our so-called stars or heroes or whatever it is, you have to wonder, why do they need to do more? Why do they need to do too much?
Oh, well, why did Will Chamberlain say he slept with what 40,000 women?
What? Yeah.
Best
I
pull-out
mean,
game ever.
I mean, yeah. How many notches do I need on my belt? And
He
it's
is the
all
GOAT.
about it's something that's missing in me to let me think that, oh God, I need all of this so I can be whole or complete. Okay, if I did all of these extraordinary things, then I can feel like I'm a whole person. When you have many people out here that's able to be by themselves and be satisfied, or be with one person and be satisfied, but it's feeding an ego. If you got to have more than one person, you're trying to feed something within yourself.
Well, hey, you got to think about it. I'm pretty sure at Clemson he had his pick of the litter. I'm pretty sure when he got to Houston he had his pick of the litter. And I think, like you said, they get that ego of thinking, "Hey, I'm whoever.
Yeah.
Let me do my thing." And what these young guys don't realize nowadays, with the money that these young men are getting, you are a sitting duck. They're waiting for you to do something wrong.
Oh yeah.
Because in our race, they feel like when we get a little bit of change, we don't know how to act.
Well, well, I can tell you what. Anybody that's been deprived, when they get a little bit of money, they don't know how to act.
I mean,
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Hey, look, I didn't seen it where you could be at the casino, went there with say $200, win 1,000, you buying everybody drinks. Now just a few minutes ago, you was praying that you just get something to take home.
Okay. Well, think about this.
You buying drinks for everybody.
I was at in Las Vegas one time, and I forgot what casino I was at, but I walked in and I walked on this crap table. Let's see. Oh my God, man, there was John Sally there. Oh my God, there was so many NBA players there. Oh no,
It might have been Bellagio.
Kevin Garnett was there. Let me take John Sally out of it. Kevin Garnett was there. Okay, and there was, oh my God, some players from Houston around that time. I'm going back, Mark, now probably about maybe 10 years, 12 years or so.
Hey, probably you was probably at the Bellagio, or either the
MGM. That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar.
Or the MGM Grand.
I think it was the Bellagio, because
that's that state of the art. That was at that point. That was the place.
And, as a matter of fact, because and where is it that the Michael Jackson concert was? That was oh my God!
They always have it at Caesar's Palace.
No, I never stayed at Caesar's Palace, but
it had to be the MGM, or either they had him. They used to have it at the Hilton, at the Las Vegas Hilton. It was like,
oh my God! It will come to me. It was
not Mandalay Bay.
Mandalay Bay. It was the Mandalay Bay, but anyway, I believe it was the Bellagio, and I saw Kevin Garnett and a bunch of NBA players, man. And and the thing about it was they had security all around. I could only get so close to the table. It was almost like they had their private table. Okay, it was amazing because I could get within maybe 3 or 4 feet and to recognize the players that I wish I could remember. And I'm thinking, these guys got millions. Why are they gambling to try to get more? I mean, it's amazing.
Well, they want to do normal stuff like normal people.
Think about the psychology behind that. You don't really need whatever you make. You don't need it, and there's a good chance you're in a casino, you're going to lose a whole bunch.
Well, guess what? A lot of them do leave a whole lot back there, and a whole lot of them end up getting in trouble for leaving a whole lot back there because they end up owing the hotel and everything else.
That's my point. Well, look at Charles Barkley, for instance, and the amount of money Charles Barkley have lost, and over the years. And I remember him going on TV one time. He said, "Yep, I gamble. I'm going to gamble. I don't care what anybody say. I'm gonna keep on doing." He said, "I make a lot of money, and I do what I want to do."
Yeah, well,
Charles
Charles
Barkley
Barkley.
said that on national TV one time.
Well, they had a 30 for 30 thing, and they asked him how much did he probably. He said he probably lost about $10 million.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Gladys Knight was hooked, and that's what a lot of people don't know this. Gladys Knight was hooked on gambling up here when she lived in Vegas.
Absolutely. Look at Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but you know what? He could gamble for the next month. And he ain't losing. I mean, he
ain't missing nothing.
No, he ain't losing nothing. But hey, Gladys Knight.
Charles Barkley lost the same amount of money actually spent on season tickets for the Knicks.
How much is that? How much is that, Mio?
Around 10 million.
Okay. Oh my God! And there's so many of these guys, and so there is, some people equate gambling and drinking and drugs, and they're all addictions. So because it's something about that gambling. Oh shucks, people have lost businesses. I know people that have lost, millions their business in gambling. As a matter of fact, I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and there was a business when I was growing up. I'm not going to name the name, but I'm going to say this was a thriving, lucrative black business in Virginia, probably about 5 minutes from my house. Okay, and this gentleman, he had a gambling problem to the point that he gambled away his entire company in one night.
I know of a gentleman. I ain't gonna say the name that has only have a prominent soul food restaurant in Riverside County, and he won. And the way he got that business is he won at gambling.
Whoa! See, and that's the pipe dream that and the dream that a lot of these cats go through, right? Oh my God, that one hit. Oh my God, that's what I need. Amazing. Oh, good guy. Yep, you're exactly right, Mill. That adrenaline rush, and it's all about that. And I tell you, there's one person on this panel here that I know that this would never happen to, and that is and Mark. And look here, I know you won't ever do that either. But there's one person that I know that has a closer watch on his money than either one of us, Mark. Okay, and that's your boy Mill. I'm gonna tell you a little story. Mill, for most of you don't know, and like he's so often admit, it is not only with Mark and Rev, which I love you guys dearly. It's the only father and son duo or team that's on any sports network. Okay, I don't know about any other networks, and that is history in itself. But anyway, I remember Mark Mill had to be about 14, 15, 14, 15, something like that. And he came. He came out because he spent the summers with me, right? And that was so cool. Except for, man, I had to my grocery bill quadruple. But anyway, that's a fact. That's a fact. Okay. And I had to work one day, and I sent him on a trip to Mexico with some friends of ours, and I gave him some money, to shop, to eat, whatever it was. He is the only person that I ever known to go to a foreign country, okay, and spend $1 Mark, I swear to God, Mark, this is a true story. Mill, am I lying?
Hey, those tacos were awesome. 30 cents a piece.
$1, Mark.
30. I had 3 tacos. That was good. That was the first time I ever had guacamole too.
Hey, Mark, can you believe this? $1. He had more money. He had money. He had money in his pocket.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
if he needed, he could have spent what I gave him. And the friends that I sent it with, if he needed more, he could have gotten more. Because I told him, make sure you look out for him, whatever it takes, whatever. And he came back with the money I gave him, less $1. I said, "Oh Lord." So when we all hook up, I would love to see the 4 of us hook up and go to Vegas, right? So we will already know that Mill will not be gambling.
I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but I've never been to Vegas.
Hey, let me tell you, last weekend, all 3 of my daughters were with me. We were out. Had all my 3 daughters. They went out to Vegas. My daughter from North Carolina, and she had her sister was getting married, so they kind of did her like a, what you call it when they go out and get away, and do whatever they do to party for the last time, whatever. So when they came to the hotel, I got in a room at the Aria because they comped me a room for 2 days. And I said, well, I really want to stay in the Airbnb because it's going to be a gang of us. Let's have fun. But I'll keep this room on the strip to make sure in case y'all down on the strip, you ain't got to drive back or whatever. So when they first got there, it was, let's go down and get a drink at the bar. So, let's go. I'm not thinking. And man, I got down there to that bar and somebody said, well, hey, how much is the double shot of Hennessy? I got to say that'd be $30. I was like, wait a minute, man, I can go to the liquor store. We can go ahead and get some beer. I mean, I can mix up drinks, do whatever I got to do. I know I don't want to see this bill coming my way for this. Anyway, this guy had to buy 8 drinks. Needless to say, when I did go to the machine, the only thing on my mind was, Lord, please just let me get that money I just spent at the bar. You ain't got to give me nothing else. Just let me win my money back for when I spent it this, and I'm good. Needless to say, I ain't get it back. But I ain't as bad as Mill, but I tell you what, I ain't gonna lie. When I go there, I'm counting every dime I'm tracking my money. I'm like, wait a minute. Now, what did I do yesterday? I did this. I did that. Okay, let me see where we at now. So, Mill, you come to Vegas. The smart thing to do is act like you playing a machine. They'll give you free drinks all night if you play a machine. And that's what I should have told them girls when they got there. Just sit at the machine, y'all. Here's $1 each. Stay at it for about an hour.
That's right.
Man, when that dude brought that bill to me, I said, wait a minute, is there a mistake? No, Pops, this is what it is.
Hey, Mark, back up 1 second. Did you say 1 shot of Hennessy was $30? You didn't say that.
Yeah, I did.
No. Oh, Lord.
I'd have been drinking water.
Hey, no, that wasn't for me.
$30. No, that's
drinking water.
No, hold it. Now, most people above the age of 21, and some of y'all 18-year-olds out there, you know what a shot looks like. Okay?
Yeah, one of these.
You know what a shot looks like. I'm just holding. Okay, okay, hold on. Let me turn my camera on right now.
That ain't a shot, Mill. That's a little larger, ain't it?
Is that a shot?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's one.
No, but that's the size of the glass.
Yes.
That's what I was wondering. That's why I said that's a regular glass, ain't it? Mill? I tell you what, William, that bartender felt bad for me when he started making them drinks.
Oh man!
He said, "Pops, I'll take it easy on you."
No.
I was getting ready to turn around and go back upstairs. I said, hey, didn't y'all say I get drink credits or something here? Let's apply everything.
Something. You know what? As a matter of fact, Mark, but the smartest thing you said, though, go and even sit at a machine. All right?
No, seriously.
You're right about that because then the drinks are free. The drinks are free there. Okay? Yeah. But you go to the bar,
you paying.
They're gonna bend you over. All right, I mean, it's just that simple.
Well, I still got crutches. Trust me, I know.
No, I'm serious, man. No, it is highway robbery. It is absolutely ridiculous. But no, getting back to the thing about it though, oh, you have to understand if you think about this, guys, how much money does Vegas make off of sports betting? Come
Well,
on.
you can't even calculate that because I mean everybody thinks when they take a big loss.
Yes.
That's hard to say because
That's a huge part. Now we think about people going into casinos, right? You think about people going to the hotels and restaurants and things like that. But you don't even think about or even talk about the amount of money that's made off of sports betting in Vegas. And we talk about they bet on. Hey, Mark, what are the types of things they bet on there? Horse racing.
and let me put it to you like this.
They bet on dog racing. They
Hey,
bet on football, baseball, basketball, anything that has a ball, a bat, a hoop.
hey, it get to a point where they'll even bet and say, okay, it could be a boxing match. They'll put the odds. Who's going to hit with the first punch? I mean, they come up with anything.
Anything.
And it's amazing you said that. I don't mean to carry you.
Amazing.
It's amazing you said that because it's been about 6 years ago, 6, 7 years. I went up to Vegas for New Year's. So New Year's Eve, I stayed off the strip, but then that next day, I actually went to the strip and I stayed at the Palms, and I said, man, that first day was kind of rough with the machines. Well, that next day, man, I got blessed a little bit. It came up pretty decent. I said, man, I'm here till Sunday. This was Friday morning when I hit my money. I told my wife, I said, hey, check this out. We're gonna do something else for the rest of this weekend because I'm done with. I'm done. I didn't want to bet on horses, dogs, cats. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done. I mean, I said we don't want. I ain't giving these people my money back.
Yeah.
I said at least I said we can bet $2 every 15 minutes on a horse. I don't care if you come in last. Just anything.
Right.
I'm done with this. Because I told her, I said, I won this money about 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. I said, it's Friday, check-in time, and it's about in another 2 or 3 hours. They're getting ready to get their money back. It ain't going to be mine.
Man, hey, but Mio, oh God, man, we got to arrange something, Mark. Me, you, Mio, and the real.
Hey, I tell you what, as long as I'm a part of the MGM, as long as they comp, where I can get comp rooms, we set up a weekend. We might all have to share the same room, but it'd be free.
What we need to do is get a suite because we got to take the station with us. All right, so I'm gonna need.
Let me set that up.
I'm gonna need room for broadcasting.
Okay, we need to set that up. To be honest with you, if we can predict it ahead of time, it would be great.
We got to. Okay, let's do that.
Something on a weekend of a big event.
Oh, we need a suite. We've got to get a suite, okay? And like I said, we'll bring the station with us, and we'll be able to broadcast from the suite to the world. And man, that will be so much fun. So we're gonna set that up. I feel that it's coming to you guys. There's so much happening here on Studio W. If you go to the website, there's some new things happening. We have some new. We have a new marketing director. I want to say thank you, Deja. Big shout out, huge shout out to Deja. Also, Caven, my grandson. He manages the website. As a matter of fact, he designed the website. The content that you see, he put that whatever the themes, the broadcasts, the shows, the articles. That's all Caven Jackson. Brown.
That's my boy.
Look here. That's exactly right. Yeah, well, there's a bloodline here that we're talking about. But anyway, man. But so many great things are happening, and we have a brand new marketing director, Mr. Theo Gleghorn. And if you see some brand new graphics and things like that coming out, go check out the Facebook pages at Studio W Buzz. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Man, there's some exciting things that are happening. 2021, we're going to explode.
Well, you know, there's a big fight on tonight. I just want you guys to know that.
What time? What time is
Fight night?
Yes, sir. Hey, guys, we got 25 minutes to go. I think we need to switch to some NBA. What's happening? Now, I wish Red was here, boy, because I got something to tell him. And you too, Mill. Utah. it seems like Utah and Phoenix. They're tied for number one. Is that? Did I hear right?
Absolutely.
The Utah Jazz and the Phoenix Suns. Is that correct?
Yes, they are tied for the best record in the league, but there's only one problem.
See, I know you.
The Utah Jazz.
I knew you were going to say it, Mark.
That wasn't me. That was Bill.
Utah Jazz.
Hold up. Hey, William, hold up. I said this a couple months ago.
It's hard for me to put talking to him.
Okay, Mark.
No, I said this a couple months ago. Utah is playing, but here's the problem. Mill knows this. Utah is playing great right now. Phoenix is playing great, but see, it's a whole different story when you get to them playoffs.
Yeah,
that young energy. All of a sudden, that young energy gets to go in a different way. People say, "What about the?" Everybody saying, "What about the Lakers?" I ain't really worried. I'm hoping they slip down. I'm hoping they slip down to a lower seed so they can avoid some of the other stuff.
Well, you got to point that too because LeBron is back, right?
Yeah.
And
they lost last night. Everybody was
AD is back, right? AD
See,
is back.
Only thing that's going to stop the Lakers is the health of the Lakers. Can they stay healthy? We all know them at 100%. They're taking the West. We already know that.
Okay.
But you see, they starting to get these nagging injuries. They 10 games here, 20 games here. Then they're gonna come back just in time for the post where it's going to get a little it hits a little different. And when I say it hits a little different, as in I feel like the regular season, you're single. You're having one night stands. You're playing this team one night. You're playing this team the next night. The playoff coming around. Now you're into a relationship where you're playing for the same team every night, and they get to see you, and they get to understand, and they get to make reads, and they get to adjust and get comfortable with the way you play. Now, how you gonna risk that? I have more faith in the Lakers when it comes to that aspect than I do any of the other teams, but they gotta stay healthy.
Okay. Well, let me ask you.
This availability.
Where are the Lakers right now? They're in the fourth spot or the fifth?
Stay in the sixth.
They're in the fifth spot.
Whoa.
Six, yes.
Six. Stay in the sixth.
Okay. Well, let's run it down. 1 through 8.
Mill, you might have that.
Well, I got them. I got them in the fifth spot. I mean, they're 5 and 6. I mean, they're only a half a game above the Dallas Mavericks. But 1 through 8 in the West, you got the Suns, the Utah Jazz, you got the Clippers, you got the Nuggets, the Lakers at number 5, then you got the Mavericks at 6, the Trailblazers at 7, and the Memphis Grizzlies at 8.
Man, you know what? I was thinking about this, and I wanted to ask. I've got to ask both you and Mark about this. All right, because I know you guys are, along with Rev 2, basketball, and yours truly, basketball enthusiasts. To me, I've seen more parity this year than I have in a long. It seems like, they start talking about parity in the NBA, right? All right, where you don't only have maybe 1 or 2 teams, but now I think that it has expanded to the part that you could have any 1 through 5 teams that could come out with the chip on the East and the West, and ultimately maybe the final. Do you guys think that it's more parity now than ever?
Go ahead, Mill.
I would go with that because, and just give them this year by example, a lot of these teams are more evenly matched. If you just look at their records, they're more evenly matched than it has been in the past. Now, don't get me wrong, the East is still the East. Some of the worst records in the league still belong into the East. I mean, you can still Hornets are have a losing record, but they're still in the 8th spot. As the West, they're Grizzlies. They're only they're above 500. They're 30, 32 and 30. And that's in the 8th spot. But see, where the parity comes in is the Hornets. They're only 4 games behind the Memphis Grizzlies. We're talking about 8 and 8, and there only is a 4-game separation. That's not a whole lot. So these teams are still a lot real evenly matched. So I can't really say that the West as much as dominant as it was in the past when it comes to East versus West. But they still got it by a hair. Not like it was in the past.
Yeah, but overall, Mark, I think there's more. Yeah, like Mill said, I think there's more parity. You got teams, because I'm shocked here when you start talking about the Nets. You start talking about the Wizards. No, I'm not the Nets, but the Knicks, the Wizards. You start talking about the Hornets. You talking about the Hawks. Those types of teams, and then let's go to the West. Man, a lot of people have it like going back about 3 or 4 years. Remember, Mill when Rob was on the show, and his dad's favorite team was the Phoenix Suns, and we're going back. Wow, that was about 4 years ago, right?
Yeah, that's.
And my question then was why, and now we're talking about wow with the Phoenix Suns. With the way they're playing, why not? So, Mark, the question is, do you find that there's more parity now than it ever has been in the league?
Well, I think for this season, several things come into play. We had a pandemic year. I think teams are now like the Nets and the Lakers are like, look, you know what? We're going to let these young bucks run. Do what they got to do, then we'll get together in the playoffs with them. Because the Nets ain't playing half of their players either. I think New York, what's going on with them, a lot of it has to do with the coach they have in Tom Thibodeau and turning this team around. I think the other thing is that it's going to sound weird, but even a team like Atlanta, if people look at it as a whole, Atlanta has good players. I think it's becoming to a point where a lot of these teams are picking up players that can play, and is bringing things up to a level where everybody's starting to almost become even. My team in the East, I ain't gonna lie, I still think Philly. I love Ben Simmons. I think Boston, if they don't get to the finals, Brad Stevens is in trouble. I think New Jersey is holding everybody out because I think they realize we're gonna have to make a run here because getting past Philly, New York. A team like New York can upset somebody in the first round. In the West, Denver got dealt a blow with Murray going out. But you know what people tend to forget? And I hate to say it, but he wasn't playing that great before he got hurt. Michael Porter just had 40 the other night. And that's the team the Lakers would realistically have to play in the first round, which I ain't gonna lie, it kind of worries me. In the way the drafts are going, these guys, I agree with you. There's parity coming in the league to where it's starting to become an even thing. The only thing that's stopping it from totally being, I think, on an even level is that these somebody like your LeBrons and your Durant's and them, they're building these super teams. And there ain't no way around that. They build it. It's happening.
Right. And even with the super teams, if you think about it, like you said, there's more parity, which to me means more fun going into the playoffs, man, because you don't know what to expect. And it kind of reminds me a little bit about March Madness. You don't know who's going to come out of there, right? And everybody's balling. And man, these cats are balling. I've been
I love the Lakers, but I'm afraid right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I know they didn't LeBron them. Hey man,
no,
they lost to Sacramento last night.
And look, like I said, it's not guaranteed that the Lakers are going to come out of the West. And I've been saying this all along. But again, it's to me, it's really exciting. I'm really excited because in the past, I love basketball, I love football, and but the thing about it is, it was sort of lopsided. you knew who was going to win because of they had a dominance. They've been dominating whatever it is. And I'm telling you, what I love about this, we don't know who's going to win the chip on the East or the West, and or who goes to the finals. We really don't.
I have no clue. I mean, as much as I want the Lakers to be there, I can't tell some. Oh yeah, they're going. It ain't the same. I ain't comfortable. If I told you who I thought realistically might come out the West, you might laugh at me. But
no, man, look,
I'm starting to think the Phoenix might end up being a problem with them having Chris Paul.
Phoenix has been a problem ever since the bubble. Phoenix has been a problem ever since the bubble.
I'm starting to think they're going to be a problem. They missed hey, if they'd have gotten the bubble last year in the playoffs, the Lakers would have had a problem with them.
Man,
what do you think, Mill?
Yeah. Like I said, they were undefeated in the bubble last season, and I agree with you, Mark. If they'd have found a way to get into the playoffs last year, yeah, they'd have been a huge problem. And the way they've been balling now between them and the Utah Jazz, I can't believe this. Utah Jazz. I got nothing against the Utah Jazz. I want to be perfectly clear. To be honest, I have nothing against them except for they're just the Utah Jazz. But they're playing great basketball right now, so there's a strong possibility that they can make it. They can go all the way.
I hope we don't lose. Okay, I hope we don't lose any fans from Utah. But I'm gonna tell you something. There's a difference between the Utah Jazz and Utah. Oh my God! One time I had a chance. I was on a business trip, and I went to Utah, and I believe I was in Salt Lake City, and I think that's where they have the. Remember when the Olympics, Mark, was in Utah? I believe it was in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, they had the Winter Olympics.
Okay. Well, that's where I was. And I even had a chance to visit that Olympic skating rink. And the first time in my life I ever put on ice skates. First time in my life. Well, let's put it like this, but guys. When I came back, I had a sore butt, sore wrist, and everything because when that ice is hard. Let's put it like this. I'm just gonna say that. And so I got on it. I finally got the skates. I get my balance right, and I'm going around the ring. I'm doing pretty good. But just like in ice skating rings, it's just like roller skating rings. They have music. Oh man, and they had great music there. So I decided that I want to start showing off. Now I'm just on the skates for the first time in my life. Oh my God. Anyway, it didn't turn out well. But anyway, Utah is one of my least favorite cities to visit. I mean, of Salt Lake City, Utah, the state, and I know we're gonna get hate mail. We welcome it.
Yeah, y'all get hate mail. I'm not a part of this.
Okay, yeah, just give it to me. But Utah, good Lord. It is the deadest place I ever visited in my life. Man. And if you're anywhere for a week, there's nowhere to go. I went to the mall. Oh my God. It was look. I opened the door for someone going into a P.F. Chang's restaurant. And she said, I don't need you to open the door for me. I said, oh my God. It was, look, the only way I would go back to Utah is somebody paid me to do that. Okay, I'm serious. And it's got to be, what, 6 figures. Oh my goodness.
Well, you gotta pay big bucks for a trip like that. I got nothing against Utah.
Well, I do. Okay. Oh my God.
But they got potential. And
I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about the place.
Oh, I'm talking about. I never experienced the place. I'm just talking about the team. Wow. And my thing is, I don't want people to think that super teams have just been invented. Super teams been around ever since the beginning of basketball. You look at the Lakers dynasty; they always had 3 guys there. You look at the Boston franchise; they always had 3 guys there. You look at the Chicago Bulls; they always had 3 guys there. And when I say 3 guys there, I mean 3 guys that you can count on to do what they do and then score.
Mill, I got a question though. Were those guys in-house or were they imported? Because
no matter whether it's in-house or import, that doesn't matter. It's always been there. I mean, you look at this. Look at Celtics.
But there's a difference. But no, there's a difference between when that first super team with LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and
they cannot be the first super team. They cannot be the first super team.
Yeah, but they were the only first intentional super team. Yeah, I mean that's the difference. That's the distinction that I'm trying to make. Because the other super teams, you're right, and it included all of those important components. But with Dwayne Wade, let's see, LeBron James. And we're talking about Boss, right? Chris Bosh. Okay. If you think about it, was that really that they won some championships, but was that really a super team?
In my opinion,
yes,
no.
It was. They won 2 championships. And they was in the finals.
Mark, jump in that, Mark. Jump in that, Mark.
No, I tell you why I say no. Because that team, to me, yes, they had 3 all-stars, 3 superstar players. I'm not taking that away from any of them. But I didn't think they had the chemistry to really, really be dominant. And it showed when Dallas came up in there and took the championship from them. San Antonio came up in there and took it. To me, the super teams I think of, when you tell me of a super team, I think about Magic, Kareem, Worthy, Parrish.
Oh, yeah.
Parrish, Bird, McHale. I think
yes.
I think on that level that's what I call. It was the luck of the draw. That was what I call super team.
That's my point, Mark. That's my point. I'm not trying. I just want to say that don't act like super teams was just invented with LeBron James.
No,
super teams been around.
But you know what the difference was? The difference was these teams were built off of the draft. The Boston Celtics with Bird, Parrish, McHale, they were all draft picks. Well, actually, Parrish was traded from Golden State. Was acquired in the trade. The Lakers had Kareem there. They got Magic in a draft. They got Worthy in a draft. They got Byron Scott in a draft. Jamal Wilkes was traded from the Warriors back in the day. But these teams, when you got to go out, Magic and them didn't go out recruiting. Hey, you come play with us, all that. No, you had that same team. When we watched the Lakers back in that Magic era, it was the same 12 players every year. They might, maybe the 10th or 12th man wasn't there no more, but you knew who that starting 5 was going to be.
Oh, absolutely.
You knew you was going to have Magic, Byron Scott, Kareem, and you was going to have Worthy, Kurt Rambis, then later AC Green. You knew that. You knew in Boston you was going to have Bird, Parrish, McHale. You was going to have DJ and Danny Ainge.
Man.
Or Cedric Maxwell. You knew those teams. So to me, and I know this is a far-fetched and nobody believes it, I believe the 2000 Portland Trailblazer team, when they had everybody on that starting,
was Bill Walton on that team? Was Bill Walton?
I can tell you, Jermaine O'Neal didn't get in the games. Sean Kemp didn't get in the games. They were that deep. I believe that 2000 team would beat any team this right now that is going.
And who was on the starting five of that team?
They had Sabonis, Rasheed Wallace, Damon Stoudemire, I believe, was the point guard. They had Scottie Pippen.
Woo!
Then you go to the bench. They had Bonzi Wells, Brian Grant, Steve Smith. Who else was on that team? I believe they had Sean Kemp. They had Jermaine O'Neal. They had everybody on that team could play. There were no slip-ups there.
You know what? As a matter of fact, when you said Sean Kemp, that goes me back. I'm rewinding back to when he was with the Seattle Supersonics. Was it Supersonics then?
Him and Gary Payton. Yeah.
Man.
A Rain Man.
Man.
He was the baddest 6'10" dude at that time I'd ever seen.
Hey, look
The
at
Rain Man.
He had the prettiest dunks, dude.
Oh man, he was unbelievable. That dude was unbelievable.
He was the most disrespectful dunker in NBA history.
Man,
because he would dunk on you and let you know about it and let you know that, hey, I just dunked on you.
You know
point to you and everything.
I know.
But you want to know something? You want to know the key to him, though, Mill? If you ever noticed this, it's sad, but it's the truth. The only point guard that could play with him was Gary Payton.
Whoa!
Once he got, I mean, because man, Gary Payton knew his game. He knew how to set him up. He knew exactly what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got to remember something. People don't believe this. To me, Gary Payton was the best point guard in the league.
You know, he just disappointed me when he came to the Lakers, though.
Yeah, but that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault. Yeah. And let me tell you why I say that, William. When he came to the last, man, this ain't gonna work. He was used to running the floor. I almost want to say almost like a style of street ball. He comes to the Lakers, all of a sudden feels, we're gonna set up this triangle offense. Hey, the Lakers outside of Kobe, didn't nobody else run the floor. You had Karl Malone that was 67. You had Shaq who wasn't running the floor. I mean, he had nobody to. That triangle offense was horrible for him. He just wasn't. That was not his style of ball. His style of ball was tip off, let's run.
Well, then you have to look at it too. Well, when Phil tried to take the triangle to New York, how did that work out for him?
Well, he ain't there no more, is he?
Shouldn't have been there in the first place. $12 million a year for what?
Well, you know what? First of all, they shouldn't have ever gave Derek Fisher that job. I mean, and it's nothing against Fish, but he wasn't ready for that.
Man,
I mean, he's still getting in fights with Matt Barnes over his lady. They get to arguing on the phone. I'll be on the next plane to L.A. I know I got a game at 8 o'clock, but I'll make it. I mean, it was just too much going on. Too much going on.
Oh, man. Hey, guys, I tell you what. This is what we're going to do. We're going to extend the show for another 10 minutes or so, but we're going to take a music break, come back, and we're going to wrap it up. Mill, Mark. Hey, I'm WB. This is the Studio W Sports page. Right here on the Buzz, man. You can't pay for this much fun. That's right, and it's all right. You are listening to Studio W Buzz.com. And now, back to the Studio W Sports page. Hey guys, Mill and Mark. Man, we got a few minutes left to go. Closing comments. Mill, anything? Mark, anything? And we'll close
Hey,
it.
I just want to give a shout out to all you guys. Thank you. I look forward to this night every day, every week. I look forward to Saturday night Studio W Sports page. And it's something I love to do. And originally, you know what I'm saying, I just thought, something I could do would be cool, just to bond with my dad. But I'm telling some folks a couple of days ago, I was like, that's how I started. But now it's grown to something so much bigger. I mean, we got a platform. We have a platform to use right now. We got legacy to leave, and I love it.
Man, oh man, oh man. Mark, my brother.
Yes, sir. I just had a great time tonight.
And always with you, man.
Yeah.
I brag about you a lot, Mark.
Thank you. I mean,
about what you do, what you bring, and you're genuine. And and the thing about it, I was saying earlier today on one of our other shows, this cat, Mark Daniels, along with the Rev and Mill, I will put you guys up against anybody. I'm talking about the Stephen A. Smiths, the Max Kellermans. I really don't care. And they have a staff, a big staff to do research for them. And you guys be going off of what you know, what you feel, what you've learned, and you have no notes in front of you guys. Folks, you guys, if you understand what I'm saying, oh my God, it's so impressive about what you guys bring, Mark.
well, you know what? It works great when you got people with you. It can sometimes kind of fill in the blanks for you when you don't have that research person, because there's times when
Absolutely.
I got to have Rev. I said, man, hold up, Rev. Jump in this. And I mean, and it works, because there's times where I might be like, Mill, hold up. Mill, take over. Cause man, I didn't forget that one. When was this? So, I mean, it becomes one of those things. But the one thing I like about it when it comes to sports is when you know sports, you shouldn't have to have no research person. I mean, I understand there's certain things, but if you're going to bring up a topic and you don't know nothing about it, then you don't need to even bring that topic up.
I've
always looked at.
What you say? Oh my God! And that's the way you guys operate. You guys don't have notes in front of you, because a lot of times I will pose a question or we'll talk about something, and it's spontaneous, and I say, these guys know what they're talking about. They've done the research. They've got it. They don't need a secretary or someone else. But I think it's probably going to get to that point that you guys are going to have your staff do whatever you need them to do. I don't even know you even need that or not, to be honest with you, Mill, because I love your passion. And I want to say this. We talk about father, son, and you guys. Well, I'm telling you right now, I love my son. Mill, I just love you from the bottom of my heart. And I was thinking about something. And I want you guys to take this away. Your children will take things from you, away from you. And it will be either positive or be negative. But you have to understand, when they are young children, babies, it's a blank slate. And we get a chance as adults to write on that slate. And I recall when I was watching sports. Oh God, I don't want to embarrass you, Mill. I would have him on my lap, and we were watching baseball, football, basketball, anything that had a ball to do with it. And nobody's going to tell me that didn't have an impact on him. And I'm so proud that he took this to the level that now he has his own radio show, and he can express to you what his experiences in sports have been about, and able to articulate, you know, those experiences. So as I was thinking about that doing the show, Mill, Scott. Now the world knows you as Mill. To me, you're always Scott. Okay, I gave you the name. Okay. So I have liberties here.
Yeah. Am
But
I
man,
am I am I at liberty to explain where I got the name from?
please.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick story before we break out here. Reason why my name is Emil Scott Brown. Now, this is the story that was told to me. This may not be true or not, but I always want to know. I always want to hear your side of this. All right, when I was born, there was a debate on what my name would have been, and from what I was told, Dad, you are going to name me Saad Alamin. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah.
And is it also true that my mother, Lord rest her soul, Mom, I love you. Lord
Yeah,
rest. Hey, it's also true that my mom threw you out of the room and told you not to come back until you had a decent name.
Okay. See, this is where things get exaggerated. I wasn't thrown out of the room. Okay, I never left the room. But the first part is true because at that time I had, as a matter of fact, I had changed my name to a Muslim name at that time, and we're not gonna get into all of that. And I was gonna name you that. That is true. This is a true story. Yeah, and so, but it was a compromise, and so then we decided. I said, okay, then I'm gonna name him after my brother, uh, Emil Tony Brown, which is your uncle. And instead
What
of,
up, Paul?
for some reason, I don't know what it was. Uh, I've always been and felt close to my brother Tony. And instead of giving you my name, because I was giving my dad's name, but I wanted to get, it was something that was going on at that time. And we'll talk about this a little bit later on. And I know what it was. And I wanted to name you after Tony, my brother. And his name is Emil Tony Brown. But I've always been intrigued by the name Scott because to me, the name Scott had a power and influence and determination behind it. That's how I interpret that name Scott. And then that's how you came up with the Emil Scott Brown. And properly pronounced, it's Emil. Okay, you got to put that French thing on there, right? Scott Brown. Man, see, this is too cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. But y'all can just call me.
No, seriously.
Y'all can call me Mills, my man.
See, a lot of people say email, but they don't have it right? It's
yeah, because there's a reason. There's a reason behind that. Because even though that is the correct pronunciation of my name, yes, it
That's
is.
exactly right.
But Uncle Tony and I had a conversation a few weeks ago about this.
I don't care what he had to say. I really don't care what he had to say. But anyway, go on.
Well, yeah, so
I'm teasing.
We came to the decision that Emil sounds a lot better than Emil. So since we're the ones that gotta carry this name, we decided we get to pronounce it the way we want to. Now I give it all respect, yes. I understand that's what you call me, but Emil sounds can be misconstrued for something else that's derogatory. Now it's a family oriented show, so I don't want to go there.
No, I don't know where you guys think this a garbage from.
For next pronunciation, it's not going to happen. So it is Emil.
We'll discuss this later. Anyway, Oh, hey, Mark, man, I love this show, man.
Oh, yeah,
And I
I
tell
love to.
everybody,
I like to hear the family history a little bit.
yeah, hey, Mark,
Hey.
hey, bro, I can't tell you what a delight and pleasure to have you on and part of. Well, hey, look, it's like you're in the mafia. You can't get out anyway. So,
Oh no,
but
Mm-mm.
you to be a
I'm in
part
this.
of this, man.
I'm in this to win this, and it's one of those things where, like I said, it's great. This heads up, there is a big fight tonight. It's actually down in Carson, believe it or not.
Who is that? What's
It's got
going on?
Andy Ruiz. Remember, he defeated Anthony Joshua a year ago, and then he came back overweight and lost.
Mm.
He's fighting Chris Areola down at the. I remember it used to be the StubHub Center. I don't know. They change names every week with these places. Dignity
Yeah,
Health.
that's right. Well, isn't
Sports
Areola
Center.
washed up? Don't you think Areola is washed up?
Well, the thing that's weird. He's come in the lightest he's ever came in for a fight.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
but Ruiz comes in. The last time he fought, he was
Hmm.
at 280. Tonight he's at
Hmm.
256,
And Areola is coming in at
228.
I
And
don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
well,
Boy, oh boy.
I will say this. As a heavyweight and as a pretty large size heavyweight, that dude has the fastest hands I've ever seen.
Mm.
Well,
let's
like
get
I
it on.
always said, whatever Mark says goes when it comes to boxing. I'm not going to debate that man on boxing. Never. Not going to happen. Whatever Mark is the boxing guru. Whatever he says, hey, that's law.
Well, Ruiz, he should win this.
Hey, Mill, it's just like you not betting Rev another steak dinner. I understand.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why he ain't know. He probably got the itis for winning all those steak dinners. I mean, everyone who betted on the draft against Rev lost. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I ain't betting nothing. Anyway, guys, it's been a blast. Hey, thank you so much, Mark Mill. It's always a blast, brother. Hey, Mark, you still need to come by. I got your gear. I've been trying to hold out, man.
No, I'll get it. I ain't gonna lie. It was a busy couple of weeks, but everything is simmering back down now.
Okay, been looking for you. Hey, Scott, love you. Love you, man.
Later.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. It's a Studio W sports page right here every Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. StudioWBuzz.com. That's right, 8 o'clock on the East, 7 Central, and 6 Mountain Time.